guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches of the Essie Toy to the World collection for holiday winter 2021. This is really more of a winter collection. So we have 6 shades here, and I think of all the collections this season, I think that this collection has created or caused or whatever the most stir. So I do have all of these swatched for you today that I want to show you, and then at the end I do want to talk about the polishes. I'll share my favorites as usual, and then maybe just talk a little bit about some of the talk that has been going around about this collection, because I think, you know, there are a lot of different ways that you could look at this collection because, you know, nail polish is subjective after all. So this is a really interesting collection. We do have 4 creams. 3 of them are very bright. The whole idea for this collection was kind of to give you these 6 nostalgic, kind of supercharged shades, as Essie puts it, that would kind of remind you of your childhood or the toyland of your dreams. So hence the name Toy to the World. So we do have 3 of these really bright shades, and then the other cream is kind of more of a dark teal shade, and then we have 2 more metallic shades, one of which probably reminds all of us of a cult classic Essie, and I'm going to talk about that too at the end. So without further ado, I want to get into the swatches. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel for all of the new videos. If you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel, The Polished Desk. Make sure you also hit the notification bell so that you never miss new content when it's uploaded to the channel. Please feel free to like on this video, to comment, you know, leave your comments. I love to get feedback from you guys. You can also find me on Instagram. I'll link that below, and you can email me at thepolisheddesk@gmail.com. I will also have that linked below. And without further ado, let's get into the swatches. The first shade is called All Dolled Up. This is described by Essie as a vivid hot pink cream with blue undertones. So this one is nearly a 1-coater. The 4 creams in this collection are excellent. They have great formulas and they are incredibly easy to apply. I feel like this one is a bit brighter on camera, but I absolutely love it. Blue toned pinks are one of my favorite polished shades, and no one does them quite like Essie. Deborah Lippmann and OPI also released a blue-toned pink in their holiday and winter collections, and I am totally here for it. Honestly, I would wear this one year-round. Next up is Jingle Belle, and this is described by Essie as a silver shimmer with cool blue undertones. So I personally describe this as being somewhere in between a foil and a chrome, a bit of a hybrid, if you will. This one is slightly sheer on the first coat, but the formula is great and the coverage is perfectly even. A polish like this is also very versatile. Obviously, you can wear it on its own, or you can wear it as an accent nail, and it would probably also work as a stamping polish. Plus, the name is absolutely adorable. Next up, we have the namesake of the collection. This is Toy to the World, described by Essie as a vibrant coral red cream with pink undertones. So again, we have practically a 1-coater. This has an excellent formula and is very easy to apply. Also, as you can probably see here, the formula of this one is a bit on the thick side. This is usually the kind of shade I reach for in the spring or more so in the summer, but I also like brights around January and February as well. Next up is Don't Kid Yourself, and this is described by Essie as a bright coral cream with red undertones. Just as a note, this is another one that appeared a bit brighter on camera. Again, nearly a one coater, excellent formula, very easy to apply. It is a bit on the thick side, just like Toy to the World. This is a shade that I would reach for, say, in the spring and summer. But like I said, I also enjoy brights in the winter from time to time. And I tend to be choosy with corals, but this one is the right blend of bright and yet slightly muted. The next shade is called Lucite of Reality, and this is described by Essie as a deep forest green cream with blue undertones. So again, broken record here, but this is another one, pretty much a one coater. This one is not as thick formula-wise as the other three creams, but it is perfection. I also really love this shade of green. It reminds me of evergreens, and the blue undertones give it a bit of a muted look, which I think is so chic. Greens like this are fall and winter staples for me. And the final shade is Glee-for-All. This is described by Essie as a shimmering champagne metallic with yellow undertones. So on the first coat, we get really good coverage. This applies very easily and evenly. I was not prepared for how much I was going to like this one. I really love the variations we have seen on champagne this season. I think it is such a chic color with so many possibilities. China Glaze gave us a beautiful full coverage champagne glitter, and this one from Essie with its gold and yellow undertones is another great option as well. Okay, so there you have it, all 6 shades from the new Essie Toy to the World collection for holiday and winter 2021. So I definitely have 2 favorites from this collection. One of them was All Dolled Up. I love a good blue toned pink, and I don't think anyone does these shades better than Essie. I have a lot from OPI that I love, but I think that Essie has done this color you know, probably 50 times, and I think just nails it every time. I just absolutely love this one. I also really loved Lucite of Reality. I have heard some people say that they don't really see this as a winter shade. You know, I kindly disagree with that. I think for me, this is actually like a fall and a winter staple. It reminds me of evergreens, even though it's not like a full-on evergreen. But I love it when I see a collection that has like, you know, one color that just kind of like stands out from the crowd. If you think a couple of summers ago, Orly with this collection of these beautiful bright shades, and then here's it's Brittany Beach, this really bright, beautiful, in-your-face blue, like you couldn't take your eyes off that palette once you saw that blue. And I think this kind of does that for this collection, even though it's not a bright. Now, having said that, let's kind of get into a little bit about this collection, because I too, when I first saw it, I was kind of like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what they're going for. I mean, Toy to the World, I got that. I saw the brights, great. This probably does not scream holiday or winter for most people, but I think there are a few things that we need to keep in mind. First of all, holiday does not mean the same thing for everybody. When a mainstream brand like Essie or OPI or China Glaze, when they put out a holiday collection, I mean, yes, a lot of them do end up kind of being more what we think of with that time of year, or they might have a blend of those things, or they might go totally away from that, because we're not just talking about Christmas. You know, you're talking about an entire season, and then you're including winter. And honestly, if you look at a lot of the trends, the bright shades in this collection, you know, even these brights, really do trend. So it's really important to understand that when you have a seasonal collection, when you have a holiday collection, it's not going to necessarily end up being exactly what we would have in mind with, oh, that's Christmas, because it's not just about Christmas, or, oh, that's winter, because different colors trend for different seasons, and we may not necessarily say, you know, oh, that's a winter shade. Plus, we're always wanting the mainstream brands to kind of mix it up. And I think Essie, it's always been said in the past that they just do the same thing, or why can't they mix it up? And I think they really did that for this collection. And so I think if you're looking at this from that standpoint, I think that this is a very successful collection. And then at the end of the day too, we have to remember that color is subjective, and we all get into this at some point or another, this nail polish community, because we love color and we love different things and we love mixing it up. At least I think so. And so when I see a palette like this, I just think it's really cool and fun. It actually reminded me a little bit of Deborah Lippman's holiday palette too, because you know, it was all over the place. It was kind of eclectic, but at the end of the day, that's what made it fun. And then there was still some glamour in there. And I think Essie did that too. They had the bright pops of color that kind of remind you of a Toyland. They also had the darker green, and then they have those metallics. Glee-for-All, this was a really close third favorite of mine. And this is not even my favorite finish, but their take on champagne with kind of that yellow undertone is just so classic and chic. And so I think to see that in a collection of brights, I thought that was cool. I also did want to talk about Jingle Belle, aside from having like the cutest name ever, B-E-L-L-E Belle, it's very closely, it kind of looks a lot like, even when I show you like right here, to the classic Essie No Place Like Chrome. But I'm going to show you here, I swatched No Place Like Chrome, and you can kind of also look back at the swatch that I did of Jingle Belle, and you can see where they are definitely different. No Place Like Chrome is basically a one coat, although I think I may have showed, I think I just showed one here, a one coat silver chrome. It is very reflective, like a chrome is. Of course, you also want to be very careful with brush strokes. With Jingle Belle, we didn't really have that. I would say that Jingle Belle is more of a cross between, or like a hybrid, where you have kind of like the chrome and the foil thing going on. So there's definitely both. So having said that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed taking a look at this collection from Essie. I think Essie put out a lot of really good collections this year. I am looking forward to seeing what they do in 2022. I can't believe we're here already. And so yeah, so those are my swatches of the Toy to the World collection for holiday winter 2021. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.